Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we are building this musician's homepage using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now in the previous video, we designed this section right here, which is the world tour section. And in this video, we will design the next sections, which is this join the collective section and also this footer. So let's get started. Now first of all, I'll just go ahead and change some things in our current design. So here we can see that if we take a look at our design, we have these two widgets. We have the player widget and these two things set as a position of fixed. So even if we scroll down, it stays there. Now what we will do is we will change the position to absolute so that it will be positioned relative to the hero section. So here we can see that this player is positioned relative to the hero section. So let's do that, and then we'll continue with the footer. So this is our source code, and let's take a look at the class for the player widget. So if we scroll down to the HTML, and here we can see we have this player widget class over here. So let's search for that in the style.css. Let's type player widget. So here we have the player widget. So let's change the position to absolute. Let's go ahead and add a display of none over here. So this is for the mobile version. And if you scroll down, we have the media query for the larger screens. So I don't think we have added that over here. So let's add that. So here just below the player widget, let's go ahead and type at media, and let's set it to min width of 768 pixels. So when the screen size is greater than 768 pixels, then we'll set the player widget to display of flex, and we have this display flex over here as well. So let's delete that. So now we can see we have the player widget displayed over here, and if I go to smaller screens, it is not displayed over here. So now let's do the same for this socials widget. So here we have this division with the class of social widget. So let's tap at media, and let's tap min width. Let's set it to 768 pixels, and let's tap social widget. Let's set it to display of flex, and here let's set the display to none. And let's also change the position to absolute. So this is how it looks. We can also change the bottom position over here. So let's go to the player widget, and here let's tap bottom of 0. Let's see how it looks. Or let's tap 0.2 or something like that. So I think that looks alright. Alright, now let's start with the newsletter section and the footer. So let's go to our HTML file and let's scroll down. And after this section, let's create a new section, and let's give it a class of newsletter section. And here let's create a span. And in here we need to first of all add this icon. So I'll just copy a span from here for the icon. So this is an icon, so I'll just copy this span, and we'll just simply change the icon name. So for this we need to add an icon called all inclusive. You can search this on material symbols and you'll find this icon. So here we can see the icon is being displayed over here. And now we need to add the heading. So let's go ahead and create an h2. Let's type join the collective, and here for the h2 let's add a class. Let's type newsletter title, and now let's create a paragraph with the class of newsletter description. And here let's copy this text and add it over here. Right now we need to add this form. So outside the paragraph, let's create a form, and for this form let's go ahead and give it a class of newsletter form. And here let's create an input field, and let's set the type to email, and here let's tap placeholder. Let's set it to your email address, and let's add a class of newsletter input. Right now let's create a button, and let's type sign up. Let's also add a class of newsletter button, or let's type newsletter submit, and let's set the type to button. And after that we need to add the footer. So here we can see all the content is displayed over here. Now let's add the footer. So let's go outside the main tag, and let's create a footer tag, and in this let's create a division with the class of footer content, and in this we need to have the logo on the left side. So let's create a division with the class of footer logo. Let's tap Nova over here. And then we need to add these footer links. So let's create a division with the class of footer links. And in this we'll have anchor tags for each of the links. So let's type privacy over here. Let's also give it a class. Let's set it to footer link. And let's duplicate this 2 more times. And here let's type terms. And let's tap contact over here. And then lastly we need to have this text. So I'll just copy this. And here let's type footer copy. Here let's paste this text and I'll just change this to 2026. Right, now we are done with the HTML. Now let's go ahead and style this using CSS. So let's go to the style.css file and let's create a comment. Let's tap newsletter section. Let's tap newsletter section. This is the class name. And here let's add a padding of 8 rem, 1.5 rem. Let's set the display to flex direction to column. And let's tap align items to the center, justify content to the center. Now we are starting with the mobile version, so let's reduce the width. And let's also type text align to center. And now let's go ahead and target the newsletter icon. So for this icon, let's also give it a class of newsletter icon. So here, let's type newsletter icon. Right, now let's go back to the style.css file and let's tap newsletter icon. And let's set the font size to 3.75 rem. And let's tap color. Let's set it to var color primary. And let's tap margin bottom of 1.5 rem. Right, now let's style the newsletter title. So we have this h2 with the class of newsletter title. So let's tap newsletter title. Let's set the font size to 1.875 rem. Let's type font weight of 900. Let's tap text transform uppercase. Let's tap letter spacing. Let's set it to negative 0.05 m. And let's tap margin bottom of 1 rem. Alright, now let's style the newsletter description. We have this class of newsletter description over here. So let's tap newsletter description. Let's set the color to RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.6 for the opacity. And now let's set the max width to 28 rems. And let's tap margin bottom of 2.5 rem. Right, now let's style the form. So we have this form with a class of newsletter form. Let's tap newsletter form. Let's set the display to flex direction to column. And let's add a gap of 1 rem. And let's tap width of 100%. Let's also add a max width. Let's set it to 28 rem. Right, now let's style the input. So for the input, we have this class of newsletter input. Let's tap newsletter input and let's set the flex to 1. And let's tap background color of RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.05 for the opacity. And let's type border of 1 pixel solid RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.1 for the opacity. Let's tap border radius of 0.5 rem for rounded corners, and let's also add a padding of 1 rem, 1.5 rem. Let's set the color of the text to white, and let's tap outline of none so that when we click on this we don't have the outline displayed. Now let's also change the placeholder color. So let's tap newsletter input colon placeholder, and let's set the color to RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.3. And when we click on this newsletter input, we need to change the border color. So let's tap newsletter input colon focus, and here let's tap border color. Let's set it to var color primary, and let's also add a box shadow of 0.001 pixel var color primary. So now when we click on this, we have this border. Right, now let's style this button. So for the button, we have a class of newsletter submit, and let's tap background color. Let's set it to var color primary. Let's tap color of white. Let's set the font weight to 700, and let's tap text transform uppercase. Let's set the padding to 1 rem and 2 rem. Let's tap border radius of 0.5 rem. Let's tap border and let's set it to none. This will remove the default border. Let's tap cursor pointer, and let's also type letter spacing. Let's set it to 0.1 m. Now when we hover over this, we need to change the color to white. So let's tap newsletter submit, hover. Let's set the background color to white. Let's tap color of the text to black. And let's add a transition over here for smooth hover effect. So let's tap color, 0.3 seconds, and background color, 0.3 seconds. Right now let's style the footer. So let's tap footer and let's target the footer tag, and let's set a padding of 3 rem 0. And let's set the background color to 0f0a14. Let's add a border top of 1 pixel solid RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.05. Right now let's target this footer content. In that we have all the content of the footer. So let's type footer content, and let's set the padding to 1.5 rem, and let's set the max width to 1400 pixels, and let's go ahead and type margin 0 auto to bring it to the center, and let's go ahead and type display of flex direction to column, and align items to the center, gap of 1.5 rem. Alright, now let's style the logo. So let's tap footer logo. Let's set the font size to 1.5 rem. Let's tap font weight of 900. Let's tap letter spacing of negative 0.05 m. Right now let's target the footer links. So we have a class of footer link for that. And in this, let's go ahead and type display of flex, gap of 2 rem. And this should be footer links. This is the container division. And in that we have the footer link division. So let's tap footer link. Now these are basically anchor tags. So we have footer link class for the anchor tags. So let's tap color of RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.4 for the opacity. Let's remove the underline by typing text decoration to none. And let's tap text transform uppercase. And let's tap letter spacing of 0.1 m. Let's set the font size to 0.875 rem. And when you hover this, we need to change the color. So let's type footer link hover. Let's set the color to white. Let's also add a transition, and let's set it to color 0.3 seconds. So here we have the hover effect. And then lastly, we have the footer copy. So let's tap footer copy, and let's set the color to RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.2 for the opacity. Let's set the font size to 0.75 rem. Alright, that's basically it with the mobile version. Now let's go to the desktop version, and this is how it looks. Let's make some changes to the styles. So let's tap at media, min width 768 pixels. Let's tap newsletter title. Let's set the font size to 3 rem. And for the form, we need to display these input fields and these buttons one next to the other. So let's target the form, newsletter form. Let's set the flex direction to row. And we need to set the width to 100%. So here for the form, let's tap width of 100%. And for the input field, let's set the flex to 1. So it will take up the whole space that is available. So this is how it looks. Right now let's go to the footer, and for the footer, let's go ahead and target the footer content. And here let's tap flex direction to row and justify content space between. So now we can see all these items are displayed in a different layout on a desktop, and this is how it looks on a smaller screen. So with that, we have completed designing our website. Now in the next video, I'll show you how to add the mobile navigation. So here we can see in our original design, when we click on this hamburger icon, we have these menu items displayed over here. So we will design this in the next video. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.